Good morning, students. Today in this video, we are going to have proper understanding of the superlative adjectives. First of all, you have to know what a superlative adjective is. There are three degrees of comparison: positive degree, comparative degree, superlative degree. Positive degree denotes simple quality of the noun. It doesn't make a comparison. In other words, positive degree is the normal form of an adjective. Comparative degree denotes a higher degree of the quality of the noun and is used when two nouns of the same class are compared. Comparative degree is used to compare differences between the two objects and are used in sentences where two nouns are compared. Superlative degree. The superlative degree denotes the highest degree of the quality and is used when two or more things of the same class are compared. Superlatives of outstanding quality. Superlative adjectives are used to compare three or more nouns. They are also used to compare one thing against the rest of a group. So, superlative expresses the highest degree of quality that indicates that something has more of quality than anything else in the group. So, superlative adjectives talk about the best, the number one, the toppest, the cream of the crop, which means the best thing you can imagine. So, think of your favorite actor or actresses. You can say, for example, my favorite actor Akshay Kumar is the most amazing actor ever. There are no other actors that I would compare him to. Superlative means number one, the best. So look at the rules when you have to do this in your grammar. That is interesting grammar. So superlatives as adjectives, they are the best. We don't say they are the goodest for a reason. What we have to understand about superlatives are there can be only one superlative. If you look at another grammar called comparative adjectives, there have to be two things to compare. For example, red and blue, purple and yellow. But with superlatives, there is only one thing, and what I am telling you is that superlative is number one. Superlative is the best. There is no other competition for this adjective. So, the way that we make superlatives, you are going to have two choices. You can either put the plus your adjective plus est, or you can put the plus most plus your adjective. Okay, so how do you know which adjective will get est and which one will get the most? Let's play a game. We get to do something very fun called counting syllables. First of all, we have to understand what a syllable is. A syllable is a vowel sound or how long the word is. So when we count syllables, we have to be very careful. And we are only going to count the vowel sounds. Take a note. We are only going to count the vowel sounds, not of the words, not the vowels, because this gets confusing. Once we have counted the vowel sounds, we use est or the most. So let's do some simple examples and I will tell you about the game. The first one, how many syllables or how many vowel sounds do we have in the word beautiful? If we simply count the vowels, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You just see at vowels. What are vowels? A, E, I, O, U. So in the word beautiful, there are 5 vowels. But we have to see only the sounds. Okay. So we have got 5 vowels, but in English, beautiful is not 5 syllables. It is only 3 because if you have 2 or 3 vowels together, they are only going to make one vowel sounds. So in English, the word beautiful is only 3 syllables. Beautiful. Okay. If we look at the word gentle, we don't say gently, but because it's LE together, this is going to make another syllable sound. So we say gentle. So word gentle is only 2 syllables. What about the word narrow? First of all, count the vowels. How many vowels are there? 1, 2. Because the vowels are separated with consonants, the vowels are not together. We can actually count these as 2. Narrow. 2 syllables. Now we have this word busy. Busy. Again, one vowel sound. One vowel sound is 2. Hungry. 1 and 1. This is 2. Sad. This one is easy. This is only one vowel. There is only one vowel sound, so it is going to be one syllable for sad. Happy. 2 vowels, 2 syllables. Ha, a, then p, e. Happy. 2 syllables. Do you understand? Try and do these ones. Now, be careful. In English, if we have an E at the end, E, letter E, at the end of the word, we don't say it. So we don't say bluey. We just say blue. So in this, how many syllables are there? How many vowels sound? 2, 1, 1. So we just say blue. The E is silent. Purple is 2 syllables. Purple. Again I told you, if it ends in LE, we are going to actually put another syllable here. This is an exception to our vowel counting rule. So we say purple. Another word is good. How many syllables? Good has 2 vowels together, okay? But it only makes one sound. Good. Ooh, okay? Bad. It has only one. What about large? We don't say in English largy. We say large. So again, because the E is silent, this only has one syllable. A lot of students get confused, but there is only one. Now next one is easy. This is big, one syllable. So if you look at all words, they the very first thing that we are going to do is to count the syllables. We are going to count the vowel sounds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, like this. Now this is how we have to figure out when do we use est and when do we use the most. This part is easy. If your word is small, what? Small. Small means short. A short word means a small word. Does not have long syllables or beat, or it has one syllable. It is always going to be est. Okay, when your word is small or it has one syllable, so it is going to be est. So we say the bluest. Okay, why? Because the blue is a small word having one syllable. That is very strange, isn't it? How can something be bluest? Well, color is an adjective. So you can say, wow, that is the bluest sky I have ever seen. It's beautiful. We can use colors with this because colors are adjectives. So it might sound weird for you at first, but it is completely normal. If the word is small and it has one syllable, we use est. Okay. If the word has more than one syllable, then we use the most. So one, 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 one. We would put est. Two, three, two, 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 one. We would put the most. So beautiful would become the most beautiful because it has three syllables. Okay. With everything in English, we have some exceptions, and exceptions make things a little bit more complex to understand, little bit difficult to understand. As per basic rule, if the word has one syllable, we add est. If the word has more than one syllable, we put the most, but then we get these irritating words that end in a y. You can see simply y. See this one. See, just look at the exceptions. Third point, its first part y. Okay. If it ends in a y, so hungry. Okay, hungry, busy, and happy. These all have two syllables, but it doesn't matter because if you have your adjective that ends in a y, we think, okay, well, it's more than one, we use the most. The most. But not, it's not so. In English grammar, if it means the adjective ends in a y, we always change it to iest. Okay, we never use most with y. We can only change the y to I and add est to it. So, busy. Even though it is two syllables, busy. It is two syllables. We don't say the most busy. We actually have to say the busiest. And we always need to put the. Okay. Hungry, because it ends in a y. We are going to say the hungriest. Golu is the hungriest boy on the planet. Happy, again, because it ends in a y. We can't say more happy. We say I-E-S-T, happiest. Removing Y, we add I plus est to it. So when we do this, the first thing that I would do even before I count the syllables is I would look for any of my adjectives that end in a Y. As soon as they end in a Y, it's always IEST, and this is very easy to remember. And remember one thing, don't forget to remove Y when you are going to add IEST. As you know, everything in English is strange, and students like to talk about things, and sometimes rules are a little bit foggy. Means sometimes they don't make sense. So there is another exception to this, one syllable or more than one syllable rule, and it is adjectives that end in er. Okay, see the second point, under Y, er, then I, le. First is er, then le, or ow. For example, gentle ends in le, narrow ends in ow. Okay, I'm repeating for you. For example, gentle ends in le, narrow ends in ow. Because these two end with these endings, we make it est. Now, if you say the most gentle, nothing happens because people debate about this. People say, do we say the most gentle or do we say the gentlest? A lot of people, it's a gray area, means grammarians fight over it. Don't fight, choose what you like the most. Okay, but this is a rule that sometimes not always we follow. So gentle will become the gentlest. Again, if you say more gentle, you might hear people say more gentle. You might hear people say more gentle, that's fine. They have chosen rule number 2. So we say gentlest. Okay. Narrow. Because it ends in an OW, we would say the narrowest. These are the exceptions to the 2 vowel sound rule. Sad. What do you think? Sad. Sad has one syllable, so we are going to add est. So I would say that is the saddest man I have seen ever. And this is another thing that is confusing. Sometimes we make the consonant double, sometimes we don't. We are not doing spelling, so let's worry about that in a whole new lesson. Happy, because it ends in a Y, we put the happiest. Okay. Purple, what do you think about purple? Because purple ends in le, we are going to say the purplest. If you look down here, we have 2 more exceptions. The first one is good. Okay, we'll change to the best. We don't say goodest. That even sounds funny. So good and bad are exceptions. Bad, one syllable. Bad is having one syllable. We don't say the baddest. No, we have to say the worst. So I can say, oh, that was the worst song I have ever sung. The word large. Large, as I told you, the E is silent. It has one syllable. One syllable. Would you use the largest, or do you think we say the most large? The answer is largest, because there is one syllable. We would say, wow, that is the largest pizza I have ever eaten. And big, again, one syllable. We would say the biggest. So the other exception is far. And this one is one. One syllable. Okay. And this is one, far. It's just like, do you know what good and bad? I'm going to give you two choices. You can say the farthest, or you can say the furthest. Both of these are the same, but the only difference is we just put a th, the. So it is not strange, but it's just the spelling is different. Okay. So far, you can say the farthest, and it's whatever you feel more comfortable with. So if you want to use furthest, go ahead. If you want to say farthest, awesome. The only difference is the spelling of the word, which is a big difference. So the next time someone asks you, you have a test about superlatives, what you are going to do, first of all, is you are going to pay special attention to the exceptions of the rules in English. Rule number 1: the Y always changes to NIEST. Doesn't matter how many syllables are there. Rule number 2: if you want to remember it like that, that is easy, but it is not all the time. And definitely good, bad, and far, these ones will never change. These are 100%. You cannot change them to anything else. The badderest doesn't work. Okay. So first thing you are going to do with your list of adjectives is you are going to look for your exceptions. The second thing you are going to do, where the fun begins, is you are going to count the syllables. You're going to count the vowel sounds. Be careful with silent e's. Okay, silent e. After that, we decide if it's a one syllable word, the word is small, you're going to put the THE with the adjective. I'm repeating for you. Just be careful with silent E's. Okay. After that, we decide if it's a one syllable word, the word is small, you are going to put the, means THE, with the adjective, and EST if the word is more than one syllable. You're going to put the most plus your original adjective. Okay. So be careful, because sometimes I hear or I see this, oh my god, that girl was the most beautiful, fullest. What? That girl was the most beautifulest girl I have ever seen. Well, guess what students say? You cannot have both. You can only have one. You cannot say the most beautifulest It's difficult to say, so be careful. You can never put there two together, two things together. You can only use A or B. A or B. Okay. EST or the most. You can just put only one of them, either EST or the most. Understand? The most, farthest. Never. The most, biggest. It's wrong. You will hear people say this, maybe children will say it to be funny, but this, be careful. It's something that I see a lot, and it's a big mistake. When you are speaking, enjoy your superlatives. You are doing the best job ever. Okay, so that's all about superlatives. Thank you so much.